What's up, guys? This is Trader back with another video. This will be another trade conversation of why I did not trade today, right? Looking through these tickers, looking through these stocks for today. Wednesday is a hump day. We know we usually either get some continuation or we have some pretty flat momentum on Wednesdays as a hump day. That's what I've just been realizing during these cycles. Anyway, I wanted to look over four stocks, three of which were AI ish related today. They all had AI in the name, right? CXAI, GFAI, and IDAI. And for the prices for these, let me open up these prices. There we go. And so the prices for these, we got BMR or not BMR, GFAI down here at 592, CXAI 1118, IDAI at 249. So let's look over the charts and kind of see why I did not trade these today. So if we look, we can start at I guess we can start at CXAI since it's already up. So as I was mapping this is my daily chart, right? And so I was mapping obvious levels that everybody can see on the day, right? So I noticed these obvious levels here, down here around the 560 and all this. So apparently I've seen this before. We've seen this ticker before, right? And so I was looking at this new range that it's in from, it got up here to the 21s and came all the way down here to a bottom of about the 631s. And so I was like, okay, well, within this range, where are obvious levels of support, right? Because if it breaks down this 631, I don't want it. That's obvious weakness on the daily chart, right? So in here, we have this big old gap from 721 up here to 1375. And this is how I kind of close down the range and kind of see where a true support is, right? So I was looking for support within this level, above this 730s and underneath this 1366. And so as the day progressed, I was looking and looking, and I just could not identify an obvious level for this thing to come down to. If it did come all the way down to the 7, or what is this? The 875s right here, that would have been maybe a cause for buying, you know. I'm looking for a obvious place that everybody can see that is a previous level of support, obvious support, and it's even got some testing underneath it. But it never gave that to me on the day. And let's flip over to my other charts here. So on these charts, this is my 4-hour chart, this is my hour chart, and this is my 15-minute chart, right? And so looking at these, they only covered what, 2 days. I really don't need a whole lot of information. I pretty much just use what's on the daily chart, and those lines fall over onto these charts. And so I was looking for this thing to kind of fall further today, and it never did give a true extreme dip into any of these levels down here to the 875s or anything like that. So I was like, okay, did not make it there, not gonna buy, right? For the next one, let's jump over to GFAI. Looking at the daily chart, we can see it's had a nice descent down here. Had a low, all-time low of the 381s there. And what we're looking at today, looking at the daily chart, yes, it's had some big moves up, great moves up, but we need to narrow down where a obvious spot is, right? And so we can see that this thing had a major gap down from the $11 down here to the 458s. And it also had another gap here at the $7 down here to the 522s, right? And so we've narrowed down a area here that it could possibly test down to, right? And so today it went from right around the 550s up to the $7. Never did give a nice pullback, and it basically stayed within this range overall. It did a little breakout of this level of the what is this, 666, but overall just stay within this range. Let's look at the other charts. So again, this is my 4 hour, hour, and 15 minute. Looking at it and looking at the pullback didn't come until basically aftermarket. It held these levels all day long. I was looking for an expansive lunge downward, right? Give me something back into these obvious levels down here, maybe like the 592s, right? If I put this mark here, you can see it did this. It came down to this level in aftermarket. That's not what I'm looking for. I want you to come down there during the time period that I'm trading so that I can execute, right? And even further than that, there was another level down here, but under that, this big green candle, if it got engulfed, this is an hour candle. If this whole candle got ate up and it went below this candle, I would consider that very bearish, right? For it to eat up all of this buying pressure and then continue lower. So I was like, okay, well, could it possibly come down to maybe under the 6? And it never came down all day until aftermarket. So left that one alone. And so you can kind of see how I go about buying the dip. And I'm looking for actual dips. I'm not looking for micro pullbacks and all of that stuff. I'm looking for a dip. A dip. So let's go on to the next one, which is CXA. I did that one. Down to the 12s. Yeah, we talked about all of that. IDAI was another one that had popped up. Again, a cheaper stock. All of these pretty much had the same movements. None of them gave a great dip on the day. And you would never know this. I mean, yes, there is short-term, very short-term opportunity as it's grinding up if you're a strictly momentum trader. So as it's going in your direction, you're taking those scalps. But I'm looking for a pivot, right? A pivot off of support. So it's going up, and then it gets up here, throws a wick all the way up here to $3, and then crashes down and holds sideways. So if we look at all of these overall chart patterns throughout the AI fueled moves, we can see that even though like CXAI looks like it dipped, but based on the actions of these other AI movers, it wasn't a huge surge back upwards off of any kind of dips. It was a lot of indecision on these AI stocks. And even AI itself, this stock right here, AI itself was dumping. So this was another cause for concern. Of course, AI has been running up for a while. Let's go back over to the daily chart. AI was ripping from down here, 17 bucks all the way up to 47-ish if we look at this chart, high of 47.10 right there in pre-market. And now all of a sudden it's dipping. So why would I be participating in AI stocks as the main AI without anything added is going downwards, right? It just seemed kind of dangerous playing those, but you know, to each their own. There was definitely opportunity, definitely short opportunity. But the last one that I was looking at and I'm still looking at is BMR. I kind of been keeping an eye on this one. I traded it before and had a small win on it, but I've just been watching it come down to these obvious levels. And the thing that I'm realizing is the more people that see the level, the more powerful that level becomes, right? So on the day that I traded it came back down very close, as you can see on this day right here, very close, 410 to this level here of the $4, 11 cents away, and then it skyrocketed from there, right? And now on today, or on 2 days ago, it actually broke down this $4 level. And now it has come down into this previous consolidation where we saw a fall down last time and we saw a retest of this level here around the $3. And so I'm watching, and the next level that I'm looking at is the gap fill. The gap fill down here is 235, and it did hold above the 260s today. So I'm kind of watching it, looking and watching, but I would really love some volume on a push out of this thing. But It may not give it to me. I don't know. But kind of just being patient with that one. It's directly connected to Apple, or not Apple. Let me go make sure. Is it Nvidia? No, Nvidia. It's directly connected to Nvidia's new graphics cards, and working on the performance level of those graphics cards. So just looking and just avoiding things that are overall bearish, with the AI tickers. Just today was not the day to be going at it. We have seen a couple of slow days, and I've been trying to just be patient, because a lot of times in these trading days, I'm looking, I can feel the FOMO. Like it's almost like a on my shoulders. Like, oh my goodness, I need to. And when I get like that, I'm like, is there been is am I losing a psychological battle in my head? Am I losing to myself? Am I losing to the market? Where are these voices coming from, right? And so sometimes when I get like that, I have to ask myself, is it obvious? What environment are we in to certify or qualify my thesis? And then what is the risk to reward, right? Am I buying high? At how far away from the previous support level am I buying, right? If I'm buying $1, $2 away, it's gonna be bad. If that thing wants to go down, like I had happened to me on BMR last time I traded it, it was pretty. It made me have to manage that trade very, very differently, and I hate managing a trade where I am struggling to exit. Right, I get into a losing position. Of course, came out of it green, but managing that position was not easy. You're already in a losing position. You're thinking in your head, okay, calm down, breathe, manage the position, manage the risk, set your stop out, know where you're gonna get out, know where your line in the sand is. And so yeah, looking over those four tickers from the day, just not a great day for AI. Definitely a good pump and dump day, but I think I'll be looking tomorrow, coming in with a fresh mind, not having any kind of bad trades on my conscience, and be able to capitalize on a true A plus setup, right? But yep, that is it for this video. Appreciate you guys for tuning in. Just kind of giving my thoughts. Another trader convo. If you like them, hey, hit the thumbs up. If you like the content itself, or you visit the live streams and you want to subscribe, hey, we welcome everybody over here. If you have any questions about the platform that I'm using, I use two platforms. I use TOS and Street Smart Edge. If you have any questions about that, please drop those in the comment section. And as always, I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.